All right. Good morning. So, what we're going to play with a little bit today is the idea of developing a relationship with our minds, right? So, think about that developing a relationship with your mind. Our minds are kind of like our breath when you think about it, right? The breath is always there from moment one, and we don't have to think about it, it just does its thing. But when we do think about it, when we do start to explore the breath and develop a relationship with it and kind of guide it or be guided by it, that it becomes a whole different experience. And it's the same thing with the mind, right? We come into this world with a mind and it's imprinted with different things. If you believe in past lives from the past, it's imprinted with your experience in the womb, it's imprinted with the birth experience, right? It's imprinted with the energies of your parents during the pregnancy, at the time of conception. All of that is there already. So there's this mind that starts thinking immediately. We have the opportunity, though, to develop a relationship with it so that it's not just thinking randomly, it's not just grabbing thoughts, it's not just replaying experiences over and over again. Because really, the mind was something that was given to us as a tool, as a companion, as something to help us kind of move through this world in a way that we can discern, we can decide what feels right to us, what doesn't, how we want to show up, all that kind of stuff. So, really, developing a relationship with the mind is becoming the guide of the mind rather than a slave to the mind, a slave to the past, a slave to habits. And think about how you can really begin to spend a little bit more time consciously with your thoughts. Maybe spending a few minutes each day noticing the thoughts that pass through. You may be surprised, or maybe you do it already. I can't tell you how many times when I practice this, I'll be like, where the heck did that thought come from? I don't believe that. But it's there, it's hovering around. So if I'm not paying attention, I just may plug into the energy of something that I totally don't believe in, or something that is going to make me feel bad or insecure, or, you know, make me believe that somebody meant something in a different way than they actually meant it. Right? So there's all these energies that go on with our mind. So thinking about how to spend a little bit more time questioning, pulling the threads of our beliefs and implanting the beliefs, the thoughts, the memories that we want to act from. Right? Like we have a choice on what we listen to. Well, it was so funny. Last night, before I went to sleep, Mike and I were watching this program that we've been watching called Atypical. It's a really cute little sitcom, and yeah, it's a really good one. And then he started playing. He plays like those video games, Call of Duty or whatever. So then there was like, I was upstairs and there was, machine guns in my living room, and so I went to sleep. I did my little ritual before I went to sleep, and I went to sleep, and I was dreaming really deeply last night for some reason. And this morning, I woke up and I realized that right at the end of my sleep, there was this whole thing that happened comprised of some scenes from Atypical, the machine guns that I was hearing, and at some point, Mike had been telling me something that happened at work during the day. He's an electrician. And so he gets up before me. And so if I'm still sleeping, he'll say, I'm turning on the light for a second, cover your eyes or cover your head. And he said that this morning, but I was so in such a deep sleep that became part of my dream too. When I woke up, I had this crazy dream, and at one point he said to me, "Here, put this hard hat on," in my dream. And I guess that's when he had said, "Cover your head." So it's so funny what our mind does. Our mind takes all these little snippets and turns it into a story. So I could wake up and I could be just totally filled with the energy of that dream, or I can look at that dream and examine where all those things came from, and just notice that it's just a jigsaw puzzle, a story that my mind told me. Often I will wake up and I'll feel, kind of down or something. And I don't take the time to stop and think about what might have gone through my mind in my sleep, or before I went to sleep, or in the day, preceding the night. Just some stuff to play with, just some ways to start to really get to know our minds, make friends with them, and start to guide them in a very loving way. So bring your palms together, close your eyes. We'll open with Om Namo, Guru Dev Namo, inviting that inner wisdom to always be dispersed through our thoughts and our memories. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Pause and receive. Notice your mind right now. Are you doing a laundry list, a shopping list? Or are you looking into your inner world to notice the vibration, the frequency of the chant that you just chanted vibrating inside? And moving into our next chant, Ad Gare Name. Ad Gare Name. Jugad Gare Name. Sat Gare Name. Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gare Name. Jugad Gare Name. Sat Gare Name. Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gare Name. Jugad Gare Name. Sat Gare Name. Sri Guru Deve Name. Pause, feel. Feeling the vibration of that chant emanating from the center of your navel, just reaching out like the sun, touching your physical body, your emotions, your mind. The energy of truth, the higher truth. Inhaling deeply, prayer up to the sky. Squeeze and pull the navel, pelvic floor, up and back. Let your eyes roll up to the third eye. And then exhale and relax down, arms nice and wide. Enjoying the journey through your own energy. Remembering that that electromagnetic field, that auric energy, is made up of our experience, all the different bodies, including our mental bodies. What we think about is often what we attract. Feeling the grounding of Mother Earth. And as you open your eyes, you're going to bring your hands in front of your heart, like a teepee, fingers touching at the tips, looking down. And then closing your eyes, imagining that you can still see your hands through the back of your eyelids. And just begin to inhale through your nose to a count of 5. Hold for a count of 5. And exhale for 5. Continue in this way. 5 in, 5 hold, and 5 exhale. Feel your breath turning into a nice steady rhythm. Often the way to begin to calm the mind so that we can have a conversation with it is through the breath. The steady rhythm of this particular meditation to release stress and clear emotions from the past. It's this beautiful foundational breath that makes the mind, the body, and the emotions begin to feel so safe and secure. A nice steady rhythm creates a safe foundation for your mind to release stress. That's where stress begins, is in the mind. Fight or flight mode is triggered by the mind, by the memories. When we breathe this way, we begin to clear all of that loud human energy, and we begin to connect to the buddhi, the higher mind, the intellect, the mind that discerns, knows the soul, knows the vastness of the soul, knows the infinite nature of you. Once we begin to develop that relationship with our mind, we begin to control our experience, our physical experience. That saying, mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Right? The only time something can affect you is if your mind owns it. Wherever you are, inhale deeply, press the palms and the fingers together, squeeze everything up and hold. Exhale, release your hands down to your knees, eyes closed, spinal flexes, getting that body moving. When you think about that, if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. One of my favorite things to talk about when someone tells me about their reaction to something that somebody else says or thinks about them, I always say, if they called you a chair, would it bother you? Right? And usually, I did have one woman say, yeah, I'm not a chair. That would piss me off. But most people are like, no, that's silly. I know I'm not a chair. So if your mind doesn't believe what somebody else is saying about you, then it won't matter. It won't react. It would be as silly as somebody telling you that you're a chair. You know you're not that. So I've learned that when there is a reaction to something, even if it's something I really don't think I believe about myself, I've learned to examine my mind to find where that belief might be hiding, because I wouldn't react if I didn't, on some level, believe it to be true. or at least a possibility. And most of the time, it's not true and it's not a possibility, but my mind lies sometimes. My mind is like that little kid with the chocolate frosting on its mouth saying, I did not eat that cupcake. Next time you come forward, pause, heart forward, really stretching forward, bring those shoulder blades back and start some spinal twists here, some torso twists, keeping your hands planted, keeping your shoulders together, your shoulder blades together. Really let your heart lead those torso twists. And then moving in the other direction. Right? Our mind kind of catalogs things too. Like that first boy that broke my heart. Right? Every time I meet somebody, the mind goes, "Oh, you can get hurt." And then all of a sudden, I'm not being myself. I'm protecting myself. Come to stillness. Bring your fingers to your shoulders and just begin to inhale left, exhale right, twisting the spine from side to side. So you want to twist, Jack? Side, you want to twist? Yeah, there you go. Let the breath be quick. Let the movement be quick. The name of the Kriya that we're going to do today is called the Kriya to get rid of transit memories. It's so many memories, so many things, thoughts pass through our mind, and our mind, again, catalogs everything. Right? And they're not ours. They don't belong to us. Somebody says something silly like stop signs are yellow. The mind hears that. It puts that somewhere. It knows it's not true, but it puts it somewhere. Right? There's all this little bit of information that kind of come together like that dream that I was talking about before. Most of it not true if we're not paying attention. Come to center. Let your hands move down to your knees, eyes closed, stillness. Pause, feel and prepare. Prepare to begin to empty your mind a bit. Think about the mind as a tool, as something to support you in this lifetime, right? It can be used to create delusion. It can be used to expand your imagination. Right? It can create miracles or tragedies. There's a quote by Mark Twain, I believe it is. So many tragedies in my lifetime, and some of them actually happened. Right? How many times have I suffered emotionally in my mind the stories about things that I thought could happen that never did? And even if they're gonna, my worrying about it and feeling it ahead of time just prolongs suffering. Like, right? I don't know. But the mind says you got to prepare. And then the Buddhi, the discerning mind, says there's no way you can prepare for everything that might happen. Just enjoy the moment. All right. So we're going to start with alternate nostril breathing. And you're going to inhale left, exhale right. So you're going to bring your hand up like this. You're going to inhale left, so close off your right nostril with your thumb. Close off with any finger that you want or all of them. Exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Just going back and forth. You can use a different hand position if you like. Some people like to put the fingers up on the third eye and then use the thumb and the ring finger. You can do that. Whatever is comfortable for you. Just keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale left, exhale right. A little bit of a quick motion. Not quite breath of fire. No need to pump the navel if you're going quick, but if it happens automatically, go for it. So when we clear our minds, when we begin to notice those random thoughts and direct them a little bit, then our focus, our intention begins to create miracles, right? We begin to look at what's possible. We begin to see life as miraculous. We become an active part of the creation of our lives. We write the script, and then we get to change it if we want. Right? We can be like Eeyore. I can never say his name right. That cute little donkey, Winnie the Pooh's friend, who finds the downside of everything, and everybody still loves him, but he's always so miserable. And then there's Winnie the Pooh, who sees the upside in everything and is always happy, even when he's getting stung by bees because he dove into a hive to get honey. The mind gives us the opportunity to live the life that we want to live. Not always easy. I'm making this sound very simple. Simple and easy are two very different things. Keep going, almost there. And on the next exhale, let your hands float down to your knees. Pause for a moment. Natural breath. Just feel. And opening your eyes, you're going to bring your hands to your chest. Thumbs are going to be pointing up. Fingers are going to be pointing toward each other. I'm going to play some music, and you're just going to find a rhythm and just pat your chest gently. Your eyes are going to be closed, just a gentle tapping at the heart. So you're actually going to be touching the chest, nice little tapping each time. Eyes closed, breath can just be natural.
It is called Mangala Charana. God has never been praised in a more beautiful way than in that Mangala Charana of Jap Sahib, where Guru Gobind Singh has totally nathed the God.
Chakar chahin har baran jaat har baat nahin je Roop rang yaar dekh be ko ke na sakt ke Achal murtan bo prakash hum doj ke je Kot indra indran shaho shahan gani Nit nit bandren kat Tav sarv naam kathe kavan karam Naam banat sumat Chakar chahin har baran jaat har baat nahin je Roop rang yaar dekh be ko ke na sakt ke Achal murtan bo prakash hum doj ke je Kot indra indran shaho shahan gani pavan mein sur nar sur Nit nit bandren kat Tav sarv naam kathe kavan karam Naam banat sumat Chakar chahin har baran jaat har baat nahin je Roop rang yaar dekh be ko ke na sakt ke Achal murtan bo prakash hum doj ke je Ko
stillness. Bring your right hand up. Begin that first exercise again. Alternate nostril breath, inhaling left, exhaling right. So the tapping that you just did on your heart center affects meridians in the body that begin to release memories that don't serve. Begins to change the tattvas, the energy of the elements inside of you. And allows thought patterns to begin to move out. Stale, stagnant thought patterns that have no value to you. And cleaning out those old books off of your shelf, the ones you know you'll never read again. They don't pertain anymore, they served a purpose. After the next exhale, drop your hands to your knees. Feel for a moment. And then place your hands back on your chest. So it's going to be, again, fingers pointing toward each other, thumbs up. Yep. And you're going to start tapping again. I'm going to play the music, but this time find your own rhythm. Maybe you're going to do one hand at a time. Maybe you're going to move your hands from side to side. Find your own rhythm. Move into your intuition. Let this become a meditation. To stillness, keep your hands where they are. Just pause and feel for a moment. And keeping your hands here, you're going to shape your mouth like an O, And begin to exhale and inhale. Well, inhale and exhale through that O-shaped mouth while you pat your chest. So it's going to be, let your cheeks move in and out from the force of the breath. A minute here. Inhale deeply, come to stillness. Hold the breath in. Exhale completely. So for the next exercise, you're going to do that same breath again, but you're going to take your hands, place them in front of you. Your right fingertips are going to hit your left palm. Your left are going to hit your right. You're just going to go back and forth in time to the music. Using that same breath, rounded mouth, cheeks moving. Eyes closed.
I want you to understand it, feel it, remember it, repeat it.
Come to stillness. Drop the hands onto the knees. Pause for a moment. And just feel the space being made. When we create space, when we pause the mind, we create the opportunity to shift. The information starts to come up from our intuitive nature rather than from the outside. That's where our creative thoughts and energies rise up from. Ideas that no one's ever thought of before, solutions to problems that seem to have no solution at all. Feel that. Then opening your eyes, you're going to bring your hands in front of you. The backs of the hands are going to strike. So you're going to do this. You're going to go. So each time you're going to alternate which hand is on top. Back of the hand striking, eyes closed, breath natural, music back. hands can be down in front of
तव
your belly. They don't have to be in front of your
सर्वनाम
heart,
कथे
whatever's
कवन
comfortable.
करम नाम बनत सुमत चक्र चेहन हर बारन जात हर पातन हिन जे रूप रंग यार रेख बे को के न सकत के अचल मूर्तन बो प्रकाश अमृत दोज के जे कोट इंद्र इंद्रान शाहो शाहान गणिज पवन में सुर नर सुर नित नित बंद्रन कहत कव सर्व नाम कथे कवन करम नाम बनत सुमत चक्र चेहन हर बारन जात हर पात में हिन जे रूप रंग यार रेख बे को के न सकत के अचल मूर्तन बो प्रकाश अमृत दोज के जे कोट इंद्र इंद्रान शाहो शाहान गणिज पवन में सुर नर सुर नित नित बंद्रन कहत कव सर्व नाम कथे कवन करम नाम बनत सुमत चक्र चेहन हर बारन जात हर पात में हिन जे रूप रंग यार रेख बे को के न सकत के अचल मूर्तन बो प्रकाश अमृत दोज के जे कोट इंद्र इंद्रान शाहो शाहान गणिज पवन में सुर नर सुर नित नित बंद्रन कहत कव सर्व नाम कथे कवन करम
Just stillness, palms to the knees. Pause for a breath. Maybe feeling transformation happening inside of your mind, inside of your body. Maybe noticing your entire mind opening, shining through your crown, projecting itself out into the ethers. Becoming that observing mind, that Buddhi mind. Just taking it all in and just enjoying the view. Letting go of opinion, the shoulds, the shouldn'ts. All judgment melting away. Then opening your eyes, bring your hands back so that the hands are on the chest, fingers pointing toward each other, those thumbs up. You're going to pat again. You're going to round your mouth and really pump your third chakra. You're really going to pump that navel center with each in and out of the breath. We're just going to do this for a little over a minute. Pump that fire energy.
चक्र चेहन हर बारन जात हर पातन हिन जे रूप रंग यार रेख बे को के न सकत के अचल मूर्तन बो प्रकाश अमृत दोज के जे कोट इंद्र इंद्रान शाहो शाहान गणिज पवन में सुर नर सुर नित नित बंद्रन कहत कव सर्व नाम कथे कवन करम नाम बनत
Inhale deeply, exhale as you place your hands on your knees. You're going to take another inhale, keep the breath in as long as you can, and while the breath is in, you're going to puff your cheeks. So it's going to be in time to the music. Does that make sense? With the breath in, you're going to puff your cheeks in time to the music. When you have to inhale again, exhale, inhale, and do it again. All right? Ready? Go. Feel your cheeks stretching in time to the music. Release and go back to a natural breath. For the next exercise, your hands are going to remain on your knees, your eyes are going to remain closed, and you're going to cluck your tongue to the top of your mouth. So you're going to make like a clucking noise with your mouth open. It's going to sound like this. Start making your own rhythm, though. Start making it your own victory song. This is known in the Persian community as the victory song, a victory call. It's a celebration of the victory of the feminine energy. Eyes closed and cluck away. Make it your own. Find your rhythm. Don't let the music coming from the outside dictate your own inner rhythm. Find your own.
Who can praise thee, O Lord? I can only.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. It says here that it's a victory call when it's done in front of others, and in private it's done as a way to heal the self. That tongue dancing on that upper palate. Keep going, keep going. Keep going.
Ardas Pai
Clicking.
Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai.
Release the clicking, go back to natural breath. Just take your hands, place them on your chest, fingers pointing toward each other, thumbs up, and start that gentle patting as you just listen to the music. Eyes closed, natural breath.
Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Ardas Pai Ramdas Guru
Continuing to pat your chest, move into breath of fire, in and out through the nose.
Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Ardas
Listen to the sound of your breath as you breathe breath of fire. Almost like a hissing. Feeling the serpent energy rising up through you, calling it. Firing up that navel energy, that vitality. Moving, clearing, reconfiguring. Find a rhythm with that breath of fire. Your own inner rhythm, tapping into your intuitive nature. You don't need anybody else's ideas. You have so much inside of you. Let that rise up.
Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai Ardas Pai Amardas Guru Ardas Pai.
Inhale deeply, press your hands on your heart, right over left. Inhale, keep the breath in, press as hard as you can. So come to stillness, stop tapping. Bring your hands to your heart center, right over left. One on top of the other, Natalia. Pressing into your heart. So your palms are touching your heart. Exhale, keep your hands where they are. Inhale deeply, one more time. Press as hard as you can. Exhale, keeping your hands where they are, and just listen to the music. Chant along if you'd like.
Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai.
It says here to leave your body, float on the sound.
Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai Amardas Guru, Ardas
Continue to let your ears receive the chant. Stop chanting out loud for a moment. Keep doing what you're doing and press those hands into your heart as if you were giving your heart a hug. Just press your hands in, hugging your own heart as you let the music move through your ears.
Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sache Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai.
Now continue right where you are, but begin to whisper the chant out loud. Nice strong whisper out loud.
Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sache Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sache Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sache Sai.
Keep your hands at your heart. Inhale, press in really, really, really tight and pump your navel. When you need to take breath in, you're going to let the breath out, inhale, do it again. Every time you inhale, you're going to press your hands into that heart center, pump that navel for as long as you can until you have to let the breath go. Take another. After the next exhale of breath, let your hands float down to your knees and just start to talk out loud. 1 minute, just talk out loud. Anything that comes to mind, just say it. Remember, you're on mute, so I can't hear you. Nobody else can. Just talk out loud. Come to silence. Inhale your arms up overhead. Shake everything. 30 seconds. Shake everything as hard as you can, releasing any excess unwanted energy. Any spirits that are hanging on that don't belong to you, give them back. And then let your hands drop to your knees and begin to do some pelvic circles. And as you do, whistle along with this chant.
Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sache Sai. Ardas Pai,
In the other direction.
Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sache Sai.
And then come to stillness.
Ardas Pai,
Hands on your knees and repeat the hum, the chant, as if the hum was coming through your nose. Feel vibration.
Ramdas
Coming to stillness.
Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai.
Coming to total stillness, deep relaxation. We only have a couple of minutes. If you'd like to get on your back, you can, or you can stay right where you are. And just let every muscle of your body relax. Let everything go. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, bringing some movement to your body. And wherever you are, on the floor or seated, just bring the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands together. Just rub. Acknowledge that connection, the energetic fire. And coming to center. If you're on your backs or legs up the wall, bring your knees into your chest. You can begin to either rock to your right or rock up and down on your spine. Come to a seat. And we will meet with our palms together, heart center. If you know it and like to join me, may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Please join me in sealing our practice together with a long Satnam. Inhale deeply. Sat Nam. Floating your thumbs to the space between your brow, bowing into your amazing, vast, kind, compassionate heart. Be loved, believe, be true to you. Sat Nam.